Audio Jungle.
Purpose is what? The replace outlines strategic actions to support the prompt, complete, and sustained elimination of industrially produced trans fatty acid from the food supply. So, meaning that after WHO identifying the health hazard of trans fatty acid, the industrial ones, they've gone ahead to identify or outline some actions that countries should what? Take. We must make sure that to address the food those community abuse diseases. Right? So these are the two purposes of the replace technical package issued by WHO in 2018. Next slide. Good. Now we are moving straight into the strategic actions. This is strategic action one. Review dietary sources of industrially produced trans fat and the landscape for required policy change. We are glad to announce that this action area is being addressed by the Food and Drugs Authority. As the director of this last meeting, we had a numerous engagement with the MDAs, the MOH, FDA, and others. So the Food and Drugs Authority is currently reviewing the dietary sources because if we are not able to identify the type of food that contains trans fatty acid, we will not be able to what? Take the necessary steps or come up with the necessary regulations. So FDA is actually working on this. We hope that at the end of the day, the report will include some possible policy actions that government supposed to what? Take and address it. So
Trans fatty acid is a fat, and yeah, it's a fat that is found in our food that we consume or in our food chain. And we have the industrialized trans fat acid, which is being produced to add to the food that is being produced for it to deodorize it, to give it flavor, to colorize it, and then to preserve it. But we have the natural TFA that is found in animals. Okay, so in general, it's not all TFA that is bad, but the industrialized produced TFA is what bad. So in general, to make it simply, what we say is that the fat or the oil that we consume in the market, most of this oil are not healthier. They are unhealthy oil and they contain TFA. The TFA is like an oil that if someone will say it doesn't it is saturated, it is not, it's unsaturated, it's saturated. That is, if you take any food that has this oil, it goes in and then clot the blood vessels, and then it prevents the flow of blood. So TFA basically is unhealthy oil, and margarine is highly in TFA. So look at the food that it's being produced with margarine. All of us take bread, and bread, we use margarine to bake it. So all of us are taking it. So the WHO is saying that if possible, we can replace this oil with healthier oil. Or if not at all, then the percentage of TFA in our food should be less than 2%. That is what the recommendation of WHO. And then also to go further, the oil that you use, even if you are using a healthier oil, which doesn't contain TFE, the repeated use of the oil will generate the TFA acid, the trans fatty acid in it. So, for instance, I'm frying fish. I put oil in the frying pan. I fry the fish continuously from morning till evening. And then after frying it, the next day I sieve it. And then the next day I use the same oil to fry it. And then sometimes you will see that the oil that is being, the fish that is being fried, the oil becomes foamy. It tells you that that oil has become bad and it contains TFE. And if you look at it, all of us eat kiliwili, all of us eat plantain chips, all of us eat fried yam. We are not saying that it is not good for us to eat it, but the continuous use of the oil generates the TFA that is found in the oil and which is unhealthy for us and then which can lead to stroke and cardiovascular diseases. We are so grateful to the Ghana Health Service, the Ministry of Health, and FDA will make Ghana a healthier and a safe place for us to live. And Isla has been working on a different variety of programs that has to do with gender and youth empowerment, health promotion and education, alcohol, tobacco, health, physical inactivities, and then unhealthy diet. So if you look at it, Isla, as we speak, is chairing the Alcohol Policy Alliance of Ghana, of which I am chairing that alliance. And then Isla is also a founding member of the Ghana Non-Communicable Diseases Alliance, and then is also a member of the West Africa Alcohol Policy Alliance. Isla so is also a member of the Africa Tobacco Control Alliance, that is a West Africa Tobacco Control Alliance, and then Africa as a whole. And then also Isla is a member of the Movendi International, and then Isla is now working with Resolve to Save Life, that is the vital strategies from the United States of America. We've done a lot of work in Ghana, and we have advocated for tax increment on tobacco and alcohol to be able to support and fund the national health insurance, because we believe that tobacco, alcohol are one of the core risk factors to diseases, especially the non-communicable diseases. And therefore, in order to reduce the burden on it, we believe that if there is a price tax on it, and then the tax that is generated will be able to reduce the cost that people who will suffer from it will be taken care of. So basically, this is what INSLA has been working. INSLA has also been working on the area of physical inactivities, because if you look at NCDs, non-communicable diseases, the four key risk factors are unhealthy diet, which is what we are doing today on,
Serves as a
and then
roadmap
physical
for countries
inactivities, tobacco, and then alcohol.
use.
So having done that,
We must
INSLA have
ensure
also worked
that
with
the
the
right food is
University
being
of Ghana School
produced,
of
the
Leadership
right
and,
things are being
and
produced, right?
Development under Professor Okansi. And then we team up to come up with what you call the GPAN, Ghana
On to the
Physical
action
Activities
area 2.
Network. And we, together with the University of Ghana in
The
2018,
importance of
were
healthy diet,
able
as
to
highlighted
host
by what also talks about
the
healthy diet.
global
Now, this is the
physical and
purpose of
health
the
program, which is a biannual program that is being organized by universities across the world. So Ghana, University of Ghana hosted it in 2018, and Insula was a member of the planning committee that we supported to make sure that the program was a success. So in the area of physical activity, in the area of unhealthy diet, in the area of alcohol, in the area of tobacco, these are the key areas that Insula has been working currently now. And then also we are also working on narcotic. So we are currently a member and then of CADCOC. CADCOC, that is a coalition that is coming together to fight narcotic. And because we believe that narcotic is something that needs to be concentrated on. And I'm happy to say that in 2019, Insula uh, presented a paper in Parliament to support a claim, to support a standard. It is unfair for us to legalize narcotic in Ghana, because Parliament was about passing the narcotics bill, and then Insula presented a paper before the the Committee on Interior, Defense and Interior. We presented to make our stance that when we legalize it, it has a ripple health effect. So in general, these are the areas that Isla has been working so far. But today, or this year, we are focusing on food, and that is the unhealthy diet. And then we have limited it to talk about one important area that people are not talking about. And it's like people are not even in the know. That is trans fatty acid. And trans fatty acid is found in our food. And basically, TFA is what causes or is the leading cause of CVD, cardiovascular diseases or heart disease, as we may call it.
That the media should join the civil society organizations, Ghana Health Surveyors, Food and Drugs Board, all the agencies that is present, and join us to make the advocacy on the harmful effects of trans fatty acids. Trans fatty acids is harmful. It's increasing the amount of cardiovascular diseases in the country. It's increasing stroke in the country. It's increasing our disease burden. So if it's possible, we can actually have a second look at it. What are we consuming? Are we consuming healthy foods?
Sorry.
Even if we have fats in our foods, what kind of fats are we putting in our food? We're recommending we have the more of the unsaturated fats, which are healthier, and then less of the saturated fats if possible. And none at all of trans fat, because trans fat is very, very dangerous and it has a lot of dire effects on the general population and even as individuals. And it's going to put a lot of burden on us. As globally we have understood, I mean, heart disease is one of the top or the highest burden of disease, like worldwide. It is causing a lot of death, and so many people are dying. Right now, you just hear someone was walking and the person fell. You hear someone was just right now we saw him passing here, he fell. Most of some of these cases are heart problems. This has to do like heart attack or heart failures. So let's take a second look at what we are consuming. Are we eating healthy? Are we exercising after eating? Let's reevaluate all these things so that we can have a healthy nation